Assalamu alaikum. You are watching Kashi Zubair on Islam 101. In this series, I'll be talking about how to implement Quran in our lives. In this particular episode, I would be presenting my views on the very first verse of Quran, Alhumdullilah-e-rabil-aalameen, which means all praises and thanks belong to God, the Lord of all worlds. Now my question to you is, how can we implement this verse in our lives? This simple verse, if looked in depth, brings us at least three things: happiness, humility, and inner peace. Now some thoughts on how it brings us happiness. When we recite this verse, we look at all the good in our lives and forget about any hardships. We sincerely say thanks to Allah for everything that He has provided to us. It's a verse that makes us focus on abundance rather than scarcity. It helps us realize blessings in our lives than our shortcomings. It makes us show gratitude and not thanklessness. In short, it makes us feel proud that our God is the God who has power over everything that exists. Now let's take a look at how it makes us humble. We live in a world where whatever we do, we try to get credit for it, in a way that we have single-handedly achieved it. In reality, we don't have any control over the family we get birth in, the wealth we live with, the role models we get in our lives, and education level we achieve. In fact, all experiences that we have between the ages of 0 to 3 form 85% of our personality. Looking at all this, how could we take a position of pride and turns into arrogance on anything that we achieve in life? If we look deeper, we are just playing our role to the best we understand. When we say all praise belongs to Allah, we are humbled in realizing that we did not achieve anything on our own, but through Allah's will. Even if we look into achieving education, becoming a doctor, an attorney, an engineer, or a business person, it's not upon us to take 100% credit for it. I would like to point another verse here, verse 282 of Surah Al-Baqarah, in which Allah is speaking about writing down your debt. Interestingly, in this ayah, Allah says, "Let not the scribe refuse to write as Allah has educated him." Now wait a minute, Allah educated him? And we are not talking about a religious figure here. We are talking about a scribe who can be a modern day attorney or a notary. To me, it shows that Allah even created an environment for the scribe to get education, to learn, and then act upon his education based on the principles that he learned. The reason I reference this ayah from Surah Al-Baqarah is that it shows where the actual praise belongs. What Allah is doing in that, He is creating pathways for us, and we should not become arrogant in claiming that because we worked hard, we achieved it. And in Surah Al-Alaq, Allah warns us when He says, "Verily, man does transgress." And He continues with providing us a reason, because He considers Himself sufficient. So when we find ourselves becoming a person that I achieved this or I achieved that, remember, it is the sign of being transgressed from your faith, and may Allah keep all of us on the path of righteousness. Now let's focus on the third and the last that I mentioned, internal peace. When we look into the first two elements that I just mentioned, happiness and humility, internal peace comes as a result of it. By showing gratitude and acknowledging that God has paved our paths, takes away the attitudes of being arrogant and ungrateful, which are the root cause of every internal conflict, and it takes away peace from us all. Hope you found this episode useful, and next time when you start your prayers and recite Alhumdulillah-e-rabil-aalameen, you pause and reflect on this very verse before you move on with the rest. Please like, share and follow this channel Kashi Zubair on Islam 101 to be in the know of upcoming videos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.